Hi all, welcome to the channel Blackbird Oracle. I'm Allison Christina and I'm so happy that you're here and choosing to spend your time and energy with me. Thank you so much. I'm always grateful for the beautiful energy exchanges when I do collective readings and share channeled messages. I love the comments and reaching out. So thank you. Thank you for the subscribes and the likes and the shares. I'm just overwhelmed with gratitude for each and every one of you and just for life and the universe. It's Full Moon Friday and we're right in the middle of this lunar eclipse. So my intention was to do the reading ahead of time when the portal opened on Wednesday. And as I do, there is a quick 10-minute on IGTV if you want to just see how I kick things off and the overall energies that I pulled for the collective. But I was talking about how Wednesday I had this intention of coming on full moon reading, and I completed this karmic cycle, and it's so crazy to be in this place of, I guess, overstanding, right? Just knowing like what exactly is happening and why it's happening. And it was definitely a relationship cycle for me. And really setting my boundaries, knowing my worth. It felt amazing, standing in my power. And within probably 10-15 minutes of that, I had this massive root chakra opening. It was crazy, y'all. So I don't know how you're feeling physically, but this full moon in Cancer is emotions. And emotions are running high right now, right? A lot coming to the surface and has been leading up to this full moon. Truths and more is coming. It was really funny. While this root chakra stuff was going, was connecting with Gaia and the clearing she's been doing within the lower chakras, because she has her chakras as well, and we are connected to her. That's part of this Capricorn energy too in the physical body. So again, you might be experiencing some physical symptoms. Remember, our physical bodies are manifesting what we've been holding on to emotionally and mentally. So there's always that deeper meaning to the things we experience within our physical bodies. It was a trip, y'all. I prayed to get me to pick my little one up from school and get us home safely. And I picked him up and I told him, like, Mommy's not feeling good, man. I think it's just my root chakra. And he goes, oh, Mom, your lower chakras are clearing. And I am blessed to be the mother of a 6-year-old rainbow. And it's just been phenomenal. He has been having physical symptoms with the third eye. He's 6 chakra developing and opening. But it affects our children, and many of our children are awake, y'all. So if you're a parent, pay attention to how your child is feeling physically, because they are working as well. And whether or not they or you have an awareness, we are all being affected by these massively intense and long-awaited energies. Know too that all of this is planned. I know there's a lot of fear out there, and fear being used to feed off of the collective. This is something that has been manifesting for a long time, and it's beautiful. So stand in truth, stay in your light, listen to your heart, because it knows, your soul knows the truth. What else? Let's go over a few things like I do, and then we'll get into the cards. So not only the full moon in Cancer lunar eclipse right now, But tomorrow, Uranus is going to go direct in Taurus. First, it will be the completion of a 5-month cycle that began in August of 2019. Uranus going direct is very big in affecting society. And it aligns with the next day, Sunday, our Saturn-Pluto conjunction, which the number of years, today I saw 33, but my guidance has been 38. So, take that with a grain of salt. But the Saturn-Pluto conjunction is massive and historical. So I'm going to be doing on Sunday something brand new and focused on the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. So look for that. It's deep. It's ancient. Like I said, Gaia's clearing our bones, our muscles, our tissues, our DNA, the physical body holds all of it. Think about it like this. When we leave our human body, what happens? It becomes part of Gaia again, and it's held. And so there is this interconnectedness, right? That is having to bring up the old shit to get it out of the way. We're dealing with this individually and collectively. This lunar eclipse is going to be the beginning of unfolding over the next 6 months, leading to the solar eclipse during our summer eclipse season. It's a time to reflect. It is not, it probably does feel like a little bit stuck, like anxiety a little, I think, of knowing, sensing that something is coming, both in your lives and collectively. So you might be feeling a little anxiety. The darker emotions are coming to the surface for healing, for integration, for acceptance. They go together, right? And we are all and have been. I will get more into that with our human collective history when we talk about the Saturn and Pluto conjunction on Sunday. This is really a time to set clear intentions. One of my full moon practices is to write a list of all that needs to be released, all that I want to release, what I don't want to carry with me anymore, and I don't want my body to carry anymore, and I burn it under the full moon. I also put out all of my stones, all of my decks, full moon charges. So just some ideas, if they're not practices that you have, that are very, very powerful. The list burning, I couldn't believe it the first time I did it a few years ago, and it's now it's a monthly thing for me. Because there's always shit, right? It's that spiral. This is a never-ending journey. So really getting clear on what you want, not what anybody wants for you. This is a time that's really going to push limiting beliefs. And with that, it's going to trigger mass awakenings. And those who are already awake and enlightened and on the ascension highway, as I like to say, we know, we overstand, we see what's coming. And it is our light workers, starseeds, awakened ones. We are finishing the phase 1, I guess, and preparing for phase 2. And you might be feeling this as well. A lot coming up with soul missions, soul purpose, how to be the lighthouse for the collective, because that's why we're here, right? Again, I've mentioned karma. It's a big one. Saturn is the Lord of karma and Pluto is the underworld. So don't be surprised when a lot of shit is coming to the surface or you're seeing it around you. I talked about Gaia, the divine feminine. This is the balance. As I was meditating before coming on, I was feeling it. that this is the shift into this feminine energy and bringing balance, equality, and justice to humanity. Woo, and I get the shivers, y'all. It's the rebirth. And that's how I felt on Wednesday with the root chakra. Was I have 3 children, so definitely had that experience, and it literally felt like I was birthing. That's the best way I could describe it. And again, so cool with my little one, because he sat with me and he was like, focus on good memories. And I just like such a little light. And it's just, it's amazing. Again, I mentioned allowing things to unfold. It's really a time of non-action, of rest and reflection, staying hydrated, ground. It is really important right now. The veil is lifting. And it is a time for you to just kind of shut the noise out and see things as they are from a place of detachment that allows you the clarity to make the choices of either repeating cycles or a new beginning. And that's what we're doing, hopefully, right, is rewriting the story, closing those old chapters, the old timelines, and the loops that we've been stuck in individually and collectively. These are coming to an end. And again, you probably are recognizing or seeing this in your personal life. What else? In the pre-shuffling, I was hearing be open to the possibilities. Don't get stuck on one way that this all plays out, whether it's a specific situation in your individual life or what's going on globally. It's important to be open, to stay focused on the best possible outcome. And what I'm getting is there's going to be a lot of surprises and a lot of shocks on how this plays out. It's going to, I feel like, be very different than what definitely the sleepers and the masses and the majority feel it is. And it's very important for the awakened ones to, again, stay in that light, to hold the vision of New Earth. And that, yes, there's going to be death and destruction. We've already started to see it, and it is sad. Y'all, I'm an empath. I feel it all. But there's also, when you have that inner and overstanding, it eases, maybe it assists in allowing what's meant to happen. This is a time of trusting the universe, trusting the higher power. I mentioned on IGTV that one of my more recent past lives, I was a Native American medicine woman at the time of reservations. And a lot of history has been coming through that I will share more of again on Sunday. And if anything I talk about, if you guys want me to expound on it in any way, please comment, message me, email me. I really want to and am committed to putting out content that it assists you, that helps you connect the dots, because that's a lot of who I am, is a dot connector, a spiritual investigator, and fucking love my job, man. So one thing with Native American and why I mention it is because of the Rainbow Warrior prophecy. If you don't know that, Google it, look it up. There's also the white calf buffalo woman. But many Native American prophecies of this time are legit. Many prophecies of 2020 and the end of time, apocalypse, World War III are legit to some degree. right? But again, I think that goes with staying open to the possibilities of, remember, a lot of what has been put out to the masses in regards to these prophecies, going way back, right, were distorted. So everything, again, it's about your inner knowing. It's about know thyself. It's about your connection to that higher power where you are able to receive the truth in regards to information. Trust your intuition. It's a big one right now, in trusting self to make the right choices for yourself to move you where you want to be. This is all about co-creating, and we're doing it within our own lives, and we're doing it collectively. Again, the importance of positive thoughts, positive outcomes. Looking at pre-shuffle notes. Children, yeah, we talked about the kids. Really, parents, you have free will, do whatever the fuck you want to do, but know or begin to understand that your children are different. They're more sensitive to what's going on and more aware and even awake. Okay, I think, let me look. I'm just going to glance at all my notes. Anything else that wants to... Yeah, I think overall I've talked enough, right? You guys probably get sick of me talking. Anyways, let's get into the cards. So remember, take what resonates, leave the rest. Take it as it resonates to you. This is a collective reading. So even though I'm going to read it very generally, while you're watching, if it's like, oh yeah, that's what's going on with work, or oh yeah, I see that in my own life, trust that. And again, if you want to get into your personal situation, hit me up for a private reading. I am available. The energy I pulled, I just asked Spirit to give us the current overall energy. The first card that came out, not surprising, was hostilities. We can see that collectively. And by collectively, I'm talking masses and globally. The human collective is how my guides are I feel like wanting me to channel, at least at present moment. But again, individually, I feel like a lot of us are experiencing this too. Could be internally, battling within. There's a lot of battling head and heart. When our belief systems are challenged, it can be very difficult. No lie, that awakening and ascension and the shattering of belief systems and all you know to be true is hard to wrap the mind around sometimes, right? So I'm getting a little bit of, for some, it's internal. For some, it's external too. I feel like, and I know I've experienced this in December, of just a lot of people showing their true selves, their true intentions, that kind of thing. This to me too, with the 2 and the 6, it's about clearing out partnerships. It's about divine partnerships. It's about balance and victory, success. Overcoming the fight of head and heart, overcoming internal battles of light and dark, and in the external as well. The other card that came out was a trip, y'all. It was happy family. First thing that came in, 4. We're in this 4-year, strong foundations. But in order to rebuild, and in order to rebuild strong foundations, the weak ones have to go. That's what tower moments are. And they can be destructive in the tiniest of ways or in the biggest of ways. But in order, again, you've got to go through the dark to see the light. The other thing that came through was the Rainbow Warriors prophecy of the Native Americans. And this is after 7 generations We would all come together as one. All colors would unite under the same sky in happy family. So to me, one thing I saw, as soon as I turned off the IG, I turned off my phone for the video, I looked back down at the cards and I heard divergence. And that really struck me, that I feel like it is, and we see this, like there is this divergence right now among the collective of light and dark. And it feels like it's getting bigger, but it's not. It's actually, well, it may. But to me, when I'm looking at this together as a collective, I think it's very representative of the collective, right? Of light and dark. It's, to me, awakened and asleep. It is individually, in an individual sense, it is going through the battles to get to this place, because it's not easy. We, especially here in America, which again I will talk about on Sunday, it is difficult to break free, and it is lonely. And I know it's not just in America. I know it's for all of us, and something we experience on the awakening and ascension journey. And it is dealing with a lot of this. It's hard, and I've had my own personal experiences. And the one thing I can tell you all is this sword they're showing me is cutting these kind of people, this kind of energy out of your life, brings family in, soul family. People who are aligned with you on a higher vibration. And I'm saying that because I've experienced it. And so I know that even in that feeling very alone time, there is something coming that's much better than what you've lost. And we need to remember that as a collective of, if it's being removed, it was weak as shit, y'all. It wasn't stable, and it needed to go in order to build this stability that this 2020 and decade is going to be all about. Okay, so let's get a little more into it. Tell me about the hostility energy going on currently. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, I love this. All right. So we get just breathe. Breathe. If you don't meditate, do. My soul sister and I were talking about this yesterday, that 2020, this decade from here on out, meditation is not going to be optional. It's going to be almost a need in order to function through the changes we're going to go through. I started meditating 2.5 years ago, and it's the one thing I started doing that changed everything. And I'm so proud and grateful for me making that choice. And it wasn't easy. If you want me to talk about meditation more, just let me know. But this is a card of healing. It's a card of pause. It's a card of reflection. See here? It's taking a step back and again, detaching emotionally and mentally and just seeing it for what it is. And I feel like this is just Spirit's way of confirming that message earlier of, this is not a moment to act. It's a moment to rest, reflect, heal, allow things to unfold. I mentioned last week, I think, in a post of taking off the rose-colored glasses and just seeing things for what they are, seeing people for who they are, and not judging, allowing and accepting, but you knowing that you have the decision and the choice always to continue to engage with it or not. And next came the Lovers. And to me, that's exactly what this is. This is a choice. You have a choice to, you know, again, remain in karmic cycles and timeline loops that are low vibrational, or to choose love, to choose self-love. This to me also suggests internal battles that I talked about, that unions within, and that's happening for many, is coming into union within, that balance of masculine and feminine energy. Collectively, what this says to me is we have to heal. In order to be balanced, we have to heal. And what that will do is bring in this new vitality, this new passion, this new excitement for life and the world we're building together as co-creators and as a collective. Individually, this could be love coming in, but there's been some rough times. What I'm seeing with that happy family is, again, staying focused on what you want, on positive outcomes. Choosing yourself first, choosing self-love, self-care, self-compassion. And if you are someone who's been waiting for love, it's coming. I see it coming for you. It's definitely, like I've said, and many others, it's a year for partnerships. So it's not a surprise. And with this happy family energy too, it could suggest the movement of right now, currently. Maybe we are feeling hostile, a little anxious, a little icky. Maybe we've got this shit going on internally, and we're dealing with that. It reflects right in the external, as within, so without. So with this happy family, it might feel that way right now, but it's not going to feel that way forever. What's coming in, again, is much better than you expect. Let's see what else. So tell us about this. Let's go to the Lovers card. Lovers. What else can you share? Thank you. Okay. Oh, I love it. Again, I've been getting this message of we manifested this. You manifested this. So yeah, the road's been tough. There will continue to be challenges, always. That's just part of this earth school and human experience, right? But this is something coming to fruition. This is manifestation. This is the seeds have been planted and they're about ready to harvest. It's, to me, a time, again, of being patient. You don't want to eat fruit that isn't ripened, right? It's again, just this sense of, I'm getting patience right now. What else? Beautiful. Eight of Swords. You may be feeling stuck, some of you. I feel like collectively we felt stuck, like timeline loops, right? Like this just never gets better. It just keeps repeating and repeating. And I feel like that's how some of you are feeling individually. That's where that hostility, like, it's almost this, when's it going to happen thing coming through. And remember, the thing is, with the Eight of Swords, she has a way out. She's just choosing not to see the way out. And swords are always about our head. We get it in our head that we're stuck. And I'm getting stuck in cycles. It's time, again, to really looking at him, reflecting at all of these options, all of these choices. And now's the decision to remove the blindfold, to see things as they are. Again, that message of rose-colored glasses. It might be for some of you with this Eight of Swords under the Lovers is you felt stuck, like your love life isn't going anywhere. And Spirit's saying, again, things unseen. It's a lot about trust, that new partnerships are coming in. Twin flames, soulmate connections, unions within lead to unions without. Let's see what else with this Ace of Wands, this new vitality. I love this again. I just connected the rainbow. So a lot with rainbows. Maybe some of you are seeing rainbows. It's a beautiful sign. It's that, you know, that message of you got to go through the storm, right? First. And I feel like that's exactly what these cards in Spirit wanted to share in regards to this full moon lunar eclipse portal we're in. Anything else with this new vitality? Balance, temperance. It's beautiful. This is the journey, right? It's the individual journey, and it is now the beginning of the collective journey of coming into balance. I love, you know, pouring into each other's cups, filling our cups first. And I've said this before, like, it's this doing the individual work to move into the independence moves us to interdependence. So it's this, you know, knowing how we fill our own cups, but it's also filling each other's. I'm getting a lot of, with the, you know, compassion, empathy, nurturing. That's what we need individually and collectively, and know that this new beginning is coming, this balance, enlightenment. Back here, again, I mentioned we're going to see more and more awakenings, and our children are awake. So we have more light than I feel like a lot of people realize, supporting us. And it is, for some, it could be, if it's love, it could be I just lost it. I don't know. Maybe because it's not supposed to be love. I love the feet in the water too. I don't know why I'm being guided to that. But to me, that's really grounding. It's release of emotions in the physical body, the connection between emotions and the physical body. It's our feet that are connected to Gaia that move us forward. There's something coming through with that. Okay. Let's look at this happy family energy right now. I'll be really honest in that these two cards to me can kind of, like I said, there's like a divergence too. I feel like hostilities kind of represents one collective or group, and the rainbow family, the happy family, is kind of, I'm getting, representing the other collective. Like there's, again, this split between, I guess, dark and light, between, again, awake and asleep, kind of idea coming through. So happy family, tell us about this current energy with the happy family. Thank you. Whew. Okay. One more, please. This one more. A lot of fire energy with this happy family. So if you're a fire sign, this part of the reading could resonate more with you than the first part. Anything else? Thank you. I love that. Okay. So here's what we're getting, and right off the bat, get rest and reconsider. Again, that message of taking a step back, staying focused on what you want, and really reflecting and making any changes of really what this means to you. I feel like collectively that's something with limiting beliefs that's being kind of shattered of what a happy family looks like. We're breaking through traditions, and that has a lot to do with, Uranus and Pluto and Saturn. And in looking back at historically when these cosmic events happened, it happened a lot in regards to affecting society changes. And to me, that's coming through very much of what do stable foundations look like? What does being one people under one sky look like? In regards to individual, it's what does this look like for you? It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. This is the Nine of Wands in traditional tarot. This is about you protecting how far you've come, protecting what you've built within by shutting out this hostility, by not buying into fear. For some of you, again, I think the biggest aspect of life individually coming through right now, y'all, is relationships. So for some of you, you might be taking a look at or having a moment of what you thought you wanted isn't what you want anymore. There's a lot of that. It's the rewriting of the story. So again, it's breaking through limiting beliefs of maybe who you thought you'd be with, what your life would look like. It might not be this very traditional looking mom, dad, 2 kids kind of, nuclear family American dream idea, because we know that shit doesn't exist. The 9 too, again, supports. This is a time period, this portal of inner. It's the 9s are solitude. The 9s are going inward, the hermit, right? And the major arcana. Then we get the 8 of Wands, success and growth. I love this. When we stay focused on the positive and we believe that that's happening, that is the only outcome is nothing but what's for our highest good. It's what we can manifest. It's the 8 of Wands in traditional tarot. It's incoming messages. So again, I'm getting a lot of love kind of stuff individually, in that communication opening up between people. I feel like, and it might not just be love, family relationships too. It could be siblings, parents. There's a lot that's going to be healing within families during this Uranus direct. So you might want to look back over since August in what was going on within your relationships. Start with your relationship with yourself. What were your relationships in the external trying to show you about your relationship with self? It could be, again, I'm getting people from the past coming back. And please, practice your awareness of this, of why is this person back? Is it to show me how far I've come? And you're being presented a choice of repeating cycles or starting something new. And it looks like for most of you that tune into me, you're going to choose something new. You want something new. You want this One of Cups. Some of you might be getting an offer from a partner, a family member that you didn't see coming. But it's also about really being in a place of self-love, of independence, of light, and seeing the love all around you, because it is, you guys. And I was not someone who probably would have said that a few years ago, but it's everywhere. It is. So to me, that too is a little bit of seeing all the love around. I know it's hard to see it sometimes, but it's again, things unseen. It's about feeling it, believing in it. And I know that kind of sounds cheesy as fuck, but whatever. The love is all we need, right? So anyways, let's look a little more into this happy family energy. We'll end with a few more messages. Y'all, look what flew out with it. Look at this. I don't think that's a message. 10, ending of a cycle. And that's what we're doing. And I feel like we're clearing. We've done a lot of clearing of DNA, ancestral shit. I know the ancestors have been very closely watching things and cheering us all on. You might have felt that. Maybe even had experiences with loved ones that are not in human form. But just having that feeling of wow, you know, you're breaking cycles left and right that we've been stuck in. You're typically the black sheep, right, is the one that awakens, and you're the cycle breaker. And it does sometimes feel like you have to deal with a lot of hostility, a lot of being alone. I'm seeing this 9 of Swords, right? It's hard to get out of the head. And that's the biggest thing, too, I'm getting right now is get out of the head and into the heart. Again, it's about shifting the focus, okay? Energy flows where attention goes. So if you're like, okay, this is coming through, turn off your fucking TV. Like, if you're watching TV and these major networks, this mass media, it's fucking with your head. And it's time to come into the heart space and feel. Think about this 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands. Karma. Y'all are ending karmic cycles. For a lot of you, it's relationships, family, romantic. For some, it could be like a shift in luck, I'm hearing, for some. But it's definitely the closing of a cycle and the new beginning, which we see with this One of Cups, too. It's about success. 8 of Wands, clarified with the 6 of Swords. Couple things, moving away from thoughts that no longer serve. That could be the cycle ending for some of you. Again, moving away from fighting for things that just aren't worth fighting for. With it being with the 8 of Wands, it could be communication. For some of you, it could be literally traveling. Career. Maybe there is an offer coming in that is career related that you have to relocate or travel for. Someone from the past, family again, maybe going to visit family to kind of end these cycles, to begin the healing. The 6 of Swords to me is moving away from that 5 of Swords energy of just repeat and getting to calmer water. So there's something incoming for you guys communication-wise that is very healing. And for us collectively, too, that it is cycle ending. Tell us about this. Could be homes. Again, with all this happy family and this this I'm getting coming in, this breaking through beliefs, limiting beliefs. It could be literal, again, movement, not just travel, but relocation of homes, that kind of thing. Let's just let it go. Okay. If this is resonating as love, woo, good. If this is resonating as a love reading for you guys, you know, it's been slow. I know, and I was getting that with the hostilities and that 4 of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles came out. It could be Earth sign. I know we're in Capricorn season. Uranus is in Taurus when it goes direct. This is slow and steady movement forward. And that's what we move, you know, I'm seeing this as the 6 of Swords. We move away from the drama. We move away from the hostilities. And it's going to be slow and steady progress towards this new beginning. And that's what I'm seeing collectively. For individuals that this is resonating for, it's an offer coming in. But again, I'm getting like this slow and steady. You might have felt like you've waited a long time for this shit. And that's where that Eight of Swords is too, of just feeling stuck with it all. Like it's just not going anywhere. So, you know, I feel like for some of you, you've kind of given up. Again, could be job offers coming in that you didn't see coming, or you've been working a long time to build, and now there's that Seven of Pentacles energy. You know, now it's coming to fruition. It's manifesting, because what came out after? It's the Star. This is dreams coming true, wishes fulfilled. Could be Aquarius for some of you. Definitely interesting too. It comes out because Aquarius season is coming, and I wrote down a couple times in the past week, January 22nd. So I'm going to have to research that, and I'll tell you what comes out, what I find out. But there's something I've been picking up that this shift, this breakthrough, this getting unstuck, the manifestation coming into the physical is potentially during Aquarius season. And that is, again, collectively and individually. So take it as it resonates for you. I'm going to clarify this Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. What else can you tell us? Messages in regards to this Wheel of Fortune. Hierophant. So unions. Again, career, it could be many of you, like I said, soul missions coming, spiritual work. This could be a deepening commitment if you are in a relationship. It could be a deepening commitment to family and what acting in integrity to what happy family means to you, again, regardless of outside things. I heard as it was coming out and I was looking at the Wheel of Fortune, be careful what you wish for. Words are very powerful, you know? So be careful what you wish for. It's again that for some of you, I'm getting what you thought you wanted isn't what you wanted, or it isn't what you need. Something like that. Could be Taurus. There's that Uranus and Taurus energy that's coming in. Collectively look at, I'm getting a little bit of spiritual leaders, organized religion. We might be seeing some changes coming with that, moving away from organized religion as a collective. Don't ask me why. I'm just coming through. Tell us about the Six of Swords. It's funny. I was seeing Judgment in pre-shuffle too. So Judgment, to me, this is Judgment Day is coming. It's that moment, right, where surrender, where we realize kind of that most things are out of our control. Balance, there's that 20. The Two of Cups came out with it. So again, for some of you, it's union. It's divine partnerships, whether it resonates as soulmate or twin flame. It's a divine connection coming in. That I feel like, again, shocks and surprises coming individually and collectively. What about the Knight of Pentacles? Knight of Pentacles? Oh, lovers again. So definitely making choices from a place of love, from a place of self-love. The Six of Wands, that victory, celebration, public recognition. Holy shit, I didn't realize how many fell out. I'm going to do these quick and just tell you instantly what's coming through. The Devil, to me, this is victory over attachments of the past, cycles of the past, history. Collectively, this is coming through as Adam and Eve, which was false. And that's a story I will definitely say for another day. But it's Capricorn energy too. So we have this Capricorn and then Aquarius energy. So there's something when we move from Capricorn to Aquarius season, this is where I feel like it's the moment, like the tower moment. But you are going to have victory over releasing these cycles with this Wheel of Fortune. Your ship's coming in. To me, that's similar to the Seven of Pentacles energy in the message of what you've been manifesting, what we've been manifesting is all coming into fruition. And the Queen of Pentacles could be Earth sign, feminine for some of you, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Could just be you, really grounded, aligned. There's no more of this head battling this heart. This is clarity, the Queen of Pentacles. I think of Gaia, right? The earth sign, very nurturing, compassionate. It's that pentacle too, right? That we saw with the knight. It's like, see what I mean? So again, so weird. Just wanted it to be kind of a collective reading. There's so many major arcanas that just flew out. So the universe is really, really supporting the growth, the evolution of humanity and of you, breaking through these cycles, these things that we attach ourselves to. Again, there's this message of detachment in order to see things clearly. Definitely a message the last few weeks of putting yourself first, not listening. It's that, again, breaking through limiting beliefs and that trust in self and what you feel to be true and know to be true. Got the Lovers twice, you guys, the Two of Cups, Hierophant. There's union, definitely union for twins, divine partnerships, you know what I mean. And I'm just going to end with a few last messages. Last messages of guidance for the collective during this full moon period. Thank you. Look for signs, synchronicities. They're picking up. Be aware of that. Let's see. It's detachment. To 2 9s. We are definitely in this place of it's really important. It's about you right now, and your wants, your needs, and not, again, what anybody else wants for you or thinks you need or where you should be. It for the moment, they don't matter. Right? It's not, it's you. It's your life. You're co-creating. And if you want this newness, this One of Cups, this Ace of Fire, this happy family, balance, equality, partnership that is stable and built on solid foundations, then it's time to let the ship go. It's time to stop listening to probably most people that you're around, at least if you are like me. These are the 2 that came out. There's another 9. So we're definitely coming to the end. Like I said, I feel like that 10 comes in Aquarius season of it's just, but to me, this is very much a message of watch for signs. Again, too, it's a message of this was all planned. Whether it's individual or collective, this has all been in the divine plan. It is a necessary thing, and we have to trust that it is for our highest good as a collective and keep putting out all those high vibes and love. And then time to go, another 9. To me, this is that detachment. This is getting really clear on truth. And you and where you want to go. It's that 2020 vision, right? It's starting those solid foundations first within, as within, so without. I know this card is hostile, but it's using this sword to cut away. It's time to spread your wings and fly, is what Spirit's saying, and soar into this new earth, this new reality. It's just a really beautiful message, and I think I would like to end it there today. So I hope you enjoyed it and it resonated. And again, if it did and you want to get specific, hit me up for a private reading. blackbirdoracle@gmail, blackbirdoracle on IG. Comment here. Also, again, if there's anything you want me to talk about, teach, upload content on, let me know. Please do not hesitate to reach out. That's why I'm here. And I think that's it. So, yeah. Stay grounded, stay hydrated, rest, reflect. And as always, I'm sending you shit tons, y'all, of love, light, and gratitude. Talk to you soon.